21-21 halftime. This is why I don't make other videos trash talking of the football teams, because it's a huge jinx against me. It's a huge jinx against my team. This is why I never do it, because then this shit happens. And I'm not really gonna blame the offense. Offensively, we're doing what we need to do. If it wasn't for this offense right now, we would be getting blown out by Ole Miss. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, is that our defense sucks this year. I have no right to call Florida garbage. I have no right to call LSU's defense garbage. I have no right to call anyone's good defense garbage this year, because this defense is absolutely horrible. I've been criticized by a lot of Bama fans for saying that, hey man, it's too early, or I'm a spoiled fan because we're not holding teams under 10 points or some crazy shit like that Bama fans keep telling me to do. Well, how do you explain this performance? What are you gonna say? Well, it's all because of Lane Kiffin. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to try to justify that our defense is for some reason, for a lot of Bama fans think that this defense is playing well. This defense is playing like shit. It's playing like absolute hot shit right now. We can't wrap up. We can't make open field tackles. We're getting absolutely dominated off the line of scrimmage. We're getting at least pushed 2 to 3 yards off the line of scrimmage by their offensive line almost every fucking run play. We can't, again, their passing attack, we can't stop them on pass attack. Again, why are we running man-to-man coverage concepts? The majority of our fucking defense by Pete Golding is man-to-man coverage concepts, and we are getting absolutely destroyed. But who knows? Because when we run zone and we're running freaking and we're doing zone blitzes, we're getting destroyed on that too. We have no answer at all for Ole Miss. We cannot make the adjustment, and we literally had to rely on two drives where Ole Miss kind of killed themselves. We didn't do anything to them. Ole Miss kind of missed their own opportunities on the drive. We have to wait for Ole Miss to make their mistakes in order for us to make this game to make this game tied right now. Bama's offense should have scored 35 points. Najee Harris, he fumbled the ball, even though I believe the play should have been blown dead. The play clearly should have been blown dead. And Ole Miss got the fumble, but it is what it is. Bad calls are going to happen. This is football. I'm not blaming that. But what happened? I think they scored on that drive. So, again, we could have scored 35 points. I know Ole Miss made a couple of defensive plays, but those were miscues by Alabama's offensive line. So that's why I'm not. So, again, Ole Miss is not really doing anything defensively to really kind of stop our offense. If anything, we're killing ourselves on the offensive side of the ball because of miscues. Bama should have scored 35 points on this football team in the first half. But at the same time, what the hell are you supposed to do when you put up 336 total yards of offense in the first half? If this was 2015 or 2011, and if our offense ever put up 336 yards in the first half, the game was over. Now, it seems like when you put up 336 yards, it's going to be it's still going to be a close and competitive football game. I have no faith at all in this defense for the rest of the year. I have no faith at all in Pete Golding. That dude, I have defended Pete Golding. I have defended him. I've criticized him at times, but I have defended Pete Golding for fucking 2 years now. That ends. He needs to be fired by the end of the season. Matter of fact, he should be fired after this game. But you know what? Whatever. If you want to hold on to Pete Golding and make him play for the rest of the year, that is absolutely fine. But he needs to be fired after this year. He needs to go. Nick Saban needs to find a new defensive coordinator. Listen, I get it. You want to get a young defensive coordinator so you can kind of groom, have that Kirby Smart effect, right? You don't want to have a Jeremy Pruitt situation where he's there for a year and he's gone. I get it. But at the same damn time, Pete Golding is not working out. He's not working out. At least with our old defensive, I forgot what his name is, but at least with our old defensive coordinator back in 2018, at least he actually had some defensive schemes and he had concepts that stopped spread offenses. He really only had 2 bad games. And again, I completely forgot who our defense coordinator was in 2018. He's with the Cleveland Browns now. You guys can let me know who he is, but There were games against spread offenses, really good spread offenses, like Ole Miss back in 2018, that he did a really good job against. It was really the Clemson and Oklahoma game, which had two of the best offenses in college football, who we couldn't stop, who we couldn't slow down. We don't have an established pass rush. Again, we're getting pushed off the line of scrimmage. Our linebackers like Dylan Moses can't tackle for crap in this game. Our secondary is lost. Horrible communication. They clearly look confused on the football field. Daniel Wright sucks. Patrick Surtain is getting beat by a more physical receiver like he always does. Patrick Surtain's a good freaking corner, but he always gets destroyed. He always gets destroyed against big, stronger physical receivers. He always gets destroyed against those type of receivers. So that's not shocking that Patrick Surtain is getting burnt. Really, the best player in our defense is Jordan Battle. That's the best player in our defense so far. It's Jordan Battle so far. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not confident at all that this team is going to win the national championship. I'm not confident one bit. I will always support this football team. But I am not confident. If you were to tell me that after this game, no matter if this team is going to win a national championship, you lost your damn mind. You're not convincing me that right now this team is ready for a national championship. Because this team played Clemson right now, I think Clemson will win. I think they'll win almost every single time. I think Georgia next week will get. I think Georgia next week. I was convinced that we were going to beat Georgia next week. I'm not so sure now. The way that we're getting pushed off the line of scrimmage. Ugh. Mac Jones is playing a really good football game. Playing a really good game. Mac Jones made one bad throw that I've seen the entire year that should have been intercepted. But besides that, Mac Jones has played absolutely flawless. Again, the line made a couple of miscues that kind of cost us the drive. But besides that, they've played really good, whether if it's in the run game or the passing game. Our receivers have played really well. John Mechie did drop a pass, but, it is what it is about that. There's nothing to blame our offense is. We had a couple of bad play calls by Sarkisian. Besides that, he's played he's called a good game. Nothing really. Again, there's nothing really I can say about the offense. Special teams wise, we had a great punt, and our unit coverage unit couldn't get the goddamn ball. But besides that, the biggest thing about this game, ladies and gentlemen, for halftime, is that defensively we played like absolute garbage. And hopefully we'll see if we can make adjustments in the second half. If not, this shit's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a close game. But as far as if I'm concerned after this game is over, if you think that I'm going to be confident in this team to win a national championship this season, you're dead wrong.